Here we are again, and let's talk. Let's have a chat. Well, today was started off this morning as sunny as you like, and I opened the curtains at about 8. And when I see a nice sun, I immediately get up, and I had a good sleep. You have to get up now and again to go to the bathroom. Yourself as you march up about the years. That sort of is one of these things one has to do. But I can go back to sleep quick as a flash. Thank God. And anyways, but I said to myself, I'd say it's going to change. And right enough it did. Now it was grand. I went down after my prayers and one thing and another. I went down to the town to buy a few items. I have a good friend paying a visit on Tuesday for a few days. Good friend Eamon. And I went down to town. It was grand. It was no sooner back than a gale of wind. Coming rain pattering off the window. I was hoping to cut the bit of grass that I thought could have a chip shape Bristol fashion, as they say. So we goodness, I said, that's a queer one. And a gale of wind, I said, I wonder if that is going to be storms. And then the wind in the chimney here, which I couldn't put a light of fire there, but I don't because I don't need enough heat. And I've Dimplex heaters and all the rest of it, along with the central heating. So I'm happy enough. And matter of fact, I have the heating on now, even though the sun is shining at the moment. So anyway, today I did a bit of work out in the front there. There's I've concrete in the back, which was there was a patio there with squares, but there was grass growing up at the side. You spend ages trying to get rid of it and all the rest of it. But now out the front, there's a path about say 3 foot wide round the house, and you know what grows up out of it? Moss, little lumps of moss. Now, I did some last week, and when I couldn't cut the grass, I decided to do more of it. And then at the side of the house, sometimes it gets, well, you don't plant it, but certainly there's a bit of like flower or something growing. So to get rid of that, like, I mean, you don't plant, you don't want all this stuff around your house. And I don't know whether I think I put some kind of filling to try and stop that, around because there seems to be a little gap like that. And so this is where it takes root. So I filled a container that I use for this purpose, and I'd have to cut it up. And even though and it's a certain job, but look, it didn't rain while I was doing it. The sun is there. So I had to rake them up, and then I had brush to try and sweep them into kind of different pieces. But even no matter what way you do it, you miss some. And then I dug stuff out from around here, there, and yonder. I'd say it was a good hour at it. And it was tired. And I offer up my work and say, let me work be holy. But sometimes you get a bit irritable. You're after breaking out the spade, breaking up the stuff, and then rid of the stuff in the side, and you're putting into piles, but you still miss stuff. And you say to yourself, I'm after going through it with a fine-tooth comb. Did you ever find that? Do you have that problem wherever you are? In some countries you wouldn't have it because the heat there is such burn you if you put out. So I don't have that problem here as long as it's dry when you're doing something. So rather than cut the grass, because I could say, have it already done when it was dry, a bit dry there earlier on in the week. But there's other parts that you have to use petrol more, and person comes and does that once a fortnight or something. So uh, every time I was kind of thinking of doing it, suddenly there was a really good heavy shower. The sun is shining. I'm certainly not going to do it now. I like to wind down. you do these things sort of in the afternoon when you have a bit of energy. But as the day wears on, you haven't got that energy. And there's a fair bit to be done here because half a day. And, sometimes I often think that I don't know whether you have that if you're doing it, especially if you're on your own. Uh, because I have a cousin in Oldcastle, but they don't really do anything. They're not fit to do anything as far as I see, so it's not much good to me whatsoever. And so I have to do these things myself, and it's getting a bit hard. And even when I'm doing the ride on more, I have to kind of lift up the yoke, lift up the where the grass goes into when we quite a bit of grass, and then have to rake it and make sure I get it off out a pretty good pile, and then have a rake or a item that I can put it up on the grass, and it's nearly quite a bit there. And so, like, I did a good job with that, but you can't do certain parts, and that's where the other person does some. But you be tired after it. Like when you reach, it's all right if you have family and you younger ones or ones that are active, but I haven't got that. And sometimes I think that it might be a bit too much, and it is a bit too much. And because like you've always got to be doing something and putting up ways. There's a little in what outside what we call the sun house. There's a room there, and people. If there's two bedrooms here, and there's another one out there, and a pot and cold water and toilet and all the rest of it, and place for a person to sleep if you stay in that otherwise, and there's plenty of room out there and a dining table and all the rest of it. So it's comfortable and it's heat. So there won't be sort of rattling. But now it's just getting on towards the summer here on the 1st of May. It's our summer started, but in other countries I think it's the 1st of June, but we celebrate the summer on the 1st of May. Don't know what way you do or whatever you're living. If you're living in Ireland, you know what it is. And by the way, I think the clock is going forward tonight. Well, when you look at the diary, as it says on a Sunday, clock's going forward, but they don't go forward on a Sunday. Or so it's always on a Saturday, isn't it? I meant to inquire about it. I didn't. I might get a chance to phone somebody and ask them about it. Um, so there you are. So I hope you're keeping well wherever you are, and that you're going to. Yesterday, Good Friday, you went to the great business of the Good Friday, the remembrance of our divine Saviour, and so it went on quite a bit. There was communion given out, and so I received Holy Communion because I got confession. But now, this is Easter Sunday, so the following Sunday is Mercy Sunday, the Divine Mercy, and it's suggested that you get Holy Communion and you get the gifts then. So I'll be getting it on the Friday because the parish priest the first Friday will be next Friday, and you just have confessions after, so we get confession, even though it's only there this week that I got it. But there you are. I hope all is well with you, and we'll be doing the Blessed Mother after this. Bye now. Do.